The second Daytona race for SRL. You have 15 drivers, 71 laps. It'll be 70 technically. The first lap will be a pace lap. And as we look throughout the field, Thundermouse has the pole, Randy in second, Justin third, Bubba fourth, and Shredding is in fifth. Your starting top five as we'll skip ahead. So it's just the pace lap. Very, I will say, very important race for a lot of these guys. They're trying to get into the playoffs. You have Husky, who is 7 points out from the playoffs. His main opponent right now to get back into the playoffs would be Alex, who is in 8th place. So he has to beat him. And they are green at Daytona for the second time of the season. Regular season finale is underway. Justin gets an early jump on Thundermouse. Thundermouse had the pole, now he drops to third. And Joshi is right behind him in second place as Justin takes the lead. They're starting to go single file. Shaq is one of those guys on the playoff bubble, only 10 points ahead of Husky. If he leads the lap right here, that's going to give him a cushion. So it's very important to get as many points as he can. Bubba too, he's plus 15, but he's pretty safe. But he goes on the outside, tries to pass Justin. Nobody goes with him. And they're fanning out in the back there, the double wide already. Justin is still in the lead. Thundermouse right behind them. They become single file. Bubba, after making that move on the outside, is all the way in the back in 10th place. He was second a lap ago. Single file. Shackett leads another lap. Husky has to get back up there. He's in P6 right now. He needs, well, if Shaq is going to be out of the equation, he definitely needs to lead a lap more than Alex. And they are nose to tail right now. Oh, they are 3 wide. Husky got shuffled out. Now he goes on the outside. Alex on the inside. And there are huge checkups. You got several drivers trying to save fuel, and now they're going to go double wide. And they are 3 wide coming out of turn 4. You got a lot of guys, they don't want to be patient. They know a lot of these guys are saving fuel, but they're just getting irritated, just staying single file. And they are single file. You got 1 car off the pace already. Thundermouse is in the lead. Field is kind of getting jacked up. They're trying to start a second line on the outside. That is Bubba, that 8 car. I think he's getting irritated. And Thundermouse has the lead. I forgot what happened there. I don't know how he got the lead from Justin, but now Thundermouse is in the lead. And there are huge checkups in the back of the field. And Bubba got thrown all the way in the back. And he is dropping off. T-Bone is there in P12. And they are still single file. Some of these guys are saving gas. You got the true Trackhouse cars. T-Bone and Husky, they want to go on the outside. You got several drivers saving gas. And Shackett and Thundermouse still in the top 2, but the pack is getting really separated. Very unique racing compared to what we had in the January race in the 500. Justin easily passes Thundermouse. Thundermouse must have been saving gas because he just blew past him. They are 3 wide, contact between him and David. Alex saves it Thundermouse puts him in the wall. I don't know what that was. I think he just got clipped from David, but they all managed to hold on. Randy goes in the outside, and this is very unique racing. A lot of people are saving gas, a lot of people aren't, so so many people are separated. And they are 3 wide now. Hopefully we can zoom out right here. Yeah, we see it with 3 wide now. And cars are going in the wall. Still 3 wide, and here they go. They're getting really racy now. Yeah, some drivers saving gas, the others are not. They just want to get to the front. Randy on the inside tries to go there, but he's not clear at all. And T-Bone manages to get the lead throughout all that. Still 12 cars in the lead pack. Bubba has fallen off. Not the biggest thing in the world because he is plus 15. So Husky will really have to have an amazing race to feed off of Bubba's misfortunes right now. T-Bone leads a lap, and that is very key when it comes to the regular season champion. You got 3 guys fighting for that championship right now for the regular season champion. Pokemon to the outside for DEI. He wants to get the lead, but Trackhouse will stay loyal, and nobody goes with Pokemon. And they're getting squirrely. Oh man, Alex got really out of the groove right there, and they get squirrely, and Pokemon and Alex are still going all over the place. They do save it, but a lot of commotion just happened right there for the back 3 cars. And it looks like Alex might lose this draft because he really got out of the groove. And that will separate some of this field. Pokemon and Isaiah are losing ground. Now it's 9 cars in that lead pack, but hopefully Isaiah can catch back up with the help of Pokemon right behind him. And T-Bone still has the lead right now, so that will play into an advantage to get the regular season championship. And you got 2 Trackhouse drivers, and with the misfortune due to Alex, you got Husky in the 2nd position. He is really trying to pounce on that points deficit now, because Alex is in P12 with Bubba in P13, and now Husky in P2. If Husky leads a lap, he will have an advantage, and he will probably get an 11-point differential, and that'll be enough for him to pass Alex in the standings. But now they are single file, and David got a little squirrely right there. JBL will go on the outside. And they're trying to start a 2nd lane. Shredding goes back to the inside. Huge bush. Oh man, Shaq got really sideways. There's 3 wide coming out of 4. There's a lot of beating and banging right there. And Pokemon has managed to... Oh, Shredding goes around. In front of the field, 1 car incident, no caution. And a big checkup with Randy, and David is around. Everybody else got through clean, no caution because of that. And 2 separate incidences. In this league, you got to have 2 cars involved in the same wreck for a caution to happen. And we will continue to stay green. So 2 sacrifices happening here early in the race. And that's going to allow Alex to get 2 free positions because of the 2 drivers' misfortunes. Well, Shredding has not lost a position to Alex yet, but now Pokemon has been separated from the field. And now there's a huge separation between the top 6 drivers and everybody else. It's going to be interesting. And Randy is in the lead with a 6-car pack. Very interesting, different racing than we've seen in the beginning of the season. And they get all stringed out. And now because Steven dropped back to Thundermouse and Isaiah, it will become an 8-car pack again. A little bit of the net code has been affecting this race. I don't know what happened to the servers, but compared to our previous race in January, it's been a little laggy. And Randy will lead a lap, so he's not really in contention right now for the regular season championship unless Steven and everybody else really has a horrible race. But he wants to go into the playoffs feeling real confident. It's an 8-car breakaway and very tame now compared to the first couple laps of this race. A lot of action was going on, and now you see the formation of several packs. You have Shredding and Bubba and Alex, and Pokemon will drop back to them. And there is a 3-car breakaway. I mean, it could be because they are saving fuel. Some of these guys are, but I mean, this is very interesting. A lot of people are getting really separated. Randy ran his fastest lap of the race so far, so they are pulling away from the back 5 in this pack. Got the RFK drivers on the outside trying to make a move. Here comes Shackett. He's already led a couple laps today. Takes a peek to the outside, but will not pounce on an opportunity. Still an 8-car pack, still single file. It'll be interesting to see what the strategy is, because we have a multitude of drivers really trying to save fuel. And now there's a 4-car pack forming on the back end of the front stretch at the start-finish line. I mean, will these guys catch? I mean, their lap times, they are falling off a little bit, so those guys have been catching a little bit. Very tame at the front of the field as we are 17 laps into this race, 16 complete. And not a lot of chaos really going on. Everybody's settled down after a very eventful first couple of laps in this race. Regular season finale here at Daytona for SRL to set the playoff grid. Husky is in the top 3, while Alex is in the 9th position, so if Husky leads a lap, he will tie with Alex based on points. So I'm thinking like him and T-Bone have to talk this out, because if I was T-Bone, I'd be like, hey, I want to help my teammate get into the playoffs. Let's get him to lead the lap, because Alex has not led a lap yet. And then if it does come down to a tie, it's based off of the tie is based off of who has the better average finish throughout the season so far. Husky goes to the outside, tries to make a move, swaps places with JBL, but nothing really happens. We're coming up to our first round of green flag pit stops, so this may give these guys in the back an opportunity to probably catch up. I mean, their lap times are variable. I mean, it's 2 tenths apart, but they have to really push just to even catch. I mean, because these guys are in the back, and I mean, they're running about the same lap time, so they're not really catching right now. They just have to hope for a caution to happen. And these guys are getting a little racy now, so that's going to help. Husky is on the outside trying to make a move. Nobody goes with him. And if I was his teammate, if I was, Husky, I would be talking to T-Bone and hopefully figuring something else out, because he needs to lead a lap to get some points. He's all the way in P9 or P8 now, so that differential between him and Alex has changed. So he will not make the playoffs with that position right now. Now he makes a move on the outside. Looks like some of these guys on the bottom are saving gas. Now he's up to P6. Still not enough to get into the playoffs. Randy is in the lead right now. Race is going by very fast. This is a very fast race. I mean, we are already almost a fifth into this race. Well, not a fifth. About a quarter of the way into this race. And very calm. And Justin and Steven kind of losing that back half of the field. And these guys, I mean, the lap times are kind of getting a little different now. I mean, some guys are checking up because they're trying to save gas. And something happened right there. There was a huge checker between Husky and Justin. And that's not what you want to see. I mean, this field is getting really spread out now. Very spread out. I mean, this is not what you envision when you come to Daytona. And something must have happened there, because these guys really got spread apart, and now they are on verge of losing this draft. And that's going to help these guys in the back get some type of advantage. Because these guys might be saving fuel now compared to the rest of the field. So these guys are going to have to burn to try as best as possible to get back up there. 6-car pack now, as Husky and Shackett have lost this pack. But these guys are going to pit already. They've already used a lot of their fuel just to even catch back up, and they're already pitting now. These guys are completing their first pit stops of the race. Very unique race. A lot of guys really off of the pace right now. And they will come out before the leaders. But these guys have caught back up to the leaders. And here they go. They're right in front of the leaders, and hopefully they get out of the way. I don't know, they must be saving a lot of gas, because Husky and Shackett really just caught back up to them, and now it's an 8-car lead pack. And now it's a lot of drivers all around them. Because you have Alex, Bubba, and they're on the verge of going a lap down, so you have 11 cars on the same straightaway. And that's not really what you want to see happen, because you want to pull away from these guys and get any type of advantage. And here comes a lot of the rest of the field coming down the pit. And there they go. So Randy and T-Bone and Isaiah and Husky have stayed out. And because of that, I mean, Randy is caught on the back end with T-Bone as well with these lap cars. But Isaiah and Husky, they have separated. I mean, that was a huge loss. I mean, Isaiah lost a lot of ground compared to the front two, so that may play a factor. I mean, you got 2 cars that are on the verge of a lap down, one being Bubba right there in the 8 car, and Alex is 1 lap, or almost a 1 lap down in front of Randy. These guys are going to have to pit sometime soon. But the rest of the field, very spread out. It's really going to be about who saves the most gas, and Husky stays out. He is still in tow with shredding. a lap down car. He's trying to just hang on to a draft to make this less agonizing. You have a 4-car pack in front with the leaders and lap down cars. Let's see where everybody else has cycled out, and yeah. So you got David is not pitted yet. Thundermouse, JBL, Steven are in that pack. Justin is separated from that pack, and eventually he will be caught by these two drivers right here in P10 and P11, Bubba and Alex. Randy is still your race leader. Let's see why Isaiah pops out at, because they are making their way through the front stretch. Isaiah is barely going to beat them. He's already in turn 1. I think he'll get up to speed. But those guys will, I don't know if they'll let off for him or not. They might. I think they're just going to pull away. But in my opinion, I feel like you have to stay together as a pack. I mean, you know, these guys are really trying to extend this fuel run. You have to have the numbers with you. I mean, if these guys are going to save and you're not going to save, I would suggest, hey, we got to make as big of a pack as possible to get back up to these guys, to force them to kind of press the issue. But that is not what's going to happen, as Steven and JBL and Thundermouse. Well, Isaiah has caught back to the tail end of Thundermouse, so they might be able to catch back up to the 2 4s in front. And Justin is still falling back, and now he's going to be falling all the way back to Bubba and Alex. Leader is still T-Bone. P2 is Husky. He is not pitted. Well, yeah, he is not pitted yet. He's still in tone with shredding, but he's lost a lot of ground to his teammate T-Bone, and T-Bone will come in the pit. And Husky will do the same. Oh, he missed pit road. Playoff contender on the bubble. Oh, there's contact between him. Husky goes up in the shredding as he misses pit road, but he is the only recipient of the damage. He spun out. Shredding kept it going, no caution. And Husky is officially the leader, but he's going really slow on the racetrack. He made a huge error and missed pit road, got up into shredding. Shredding hit the wall, but he did not spin out. So it will stay green as it's a 1-car incident, but Husky has damage and he is slow on the racetrack on the backstretch. And T-Bone, entering turn 1, has made his service complete. And Randy in turn 1, all by himself. These drivers are all by himself. They're not in the draft at all. So this is going to give them opportunity, these guys in the draft, to get to pounce. You got 4 cars lined up while everybody else is single file. And that's the thing that I was talking about. And Husky will pit for his service after a very costly mistake, and that might affect some of his playoff chances because Alex is in P8. But a very costly mistake from the 88 car. Race officials have deemed no caution because it only involved him spinning out. But T-Bone Randy, and here comes the freight train. 4 cars will catch back up to Randy. And the 4s will go on the outside past Randy. And T-Bone is very far ahead, saving gas, but he's out of the draft. And the 2 RFK drivers of Steven and JBL will get past, and they have a 5-car pack now trying to chase the leader. And then you have Alex and Joshi with Bubba, and Husky will foul out between them and go to the back of their pack. So you have a 4-car pack right here, and Alex and Bubba have made a lot of ground. I mean, they're kind of in the same, they're catching back up to these guys. I mean, Bubba was P13 with Alex P12, and these guys have gained a couple of spots, +4 for both of them, or +5. Alex is in P7 now, Bubba in P8. because Bubba was really far behind, but now they have gotten, since they're in the draft, they've gotten a little bit of help, and they're going to try to get back up to the front. They have a 5-car pack, and they're all chasing the 99 car, who is out by himself. So he is way out ahead. I mean, we got to see what the lap time differential is. I mean, he is way out ahead. I mean, the rest of these guys, they're running about a second faster than T-Bone. I mean, they could be saving, they could be not. I mean, these guys, they're the fastest guys on the racetrack right now, low 49, so. You got 3 packs right now with 3 different strategies. Yeah, 50.8. So these guys are saving gas while the rest of the field is not. They are really hauling, trying to get back up to that lead pack, but that's going to cost them more fuel. I mean, you can hear it in the audio. Their engines are revving way longer. .672. I mean, these guys are gaining about 0.6 of a second every lap on the leader right now. And you have a lap down car, that is Pokemon. He is way far in the back, and he lost a lot of ground. You got a lap down car with George on the tail end of that second lead pack. But these guys are moving. Alex and Bubba, you can see that is the second pack up ahead, and they are moving and catching them. So it might be close. T-Bone still your leader with help from Pokemon. T-Bone's still the leader. And these guys are catching. I mean, I don't know. T-Bone had help with Pokemon, so that's helping him out. And these guys, they are catching that second pack. I mean, they are rapidly catching him. I mean, they are going a second faster than the leader right now. I don't know. Maybe short on fuel trying to catch them. There's a car coming in the pits. Who was that? I think that was Pokemon. No, that is Doom. He's a way long ways away. And this race is flying by. We're already half an hour into this race, and we're already at the halfway point. These guys are really catching. And here's the second pack. They're really going to catch T-Bone now and very fast. I think these guys in the back, they might have been saving gas because if they were going full speed like the guys in the second pack, they would have full throttled T-Bone already. Because that second pack is closed in. Very uncharacteristic racing here from Daytona. In the first race of the season, we had double file racing, 3 wide, pack racing, and now it's turned into a strategy race with T-Bone holding the lead right now, playing the fuel game as the rest of these guys are in front. And Thundermouse has lost a little bit of speed right there. And these guys have picked up the pace. They are catching T-Bone, but Pokemon in tow. He's on the tail end of the lead lap. And there is your lead pack. I would have never thought a Daytona race looked like this, but this is what it looks like. Separate packs while they all try to chase down one driver, and that is T-Bone, the leader. And they will. Thundermouse has lost some ground. And that third pack is catching. They are running their fastest laps of the race right now. Second pack is catching T-Bone right now. Pokemon kind of just helping him out. If he did not have that draft, I would have best believed this pack would have caught him at least 5 laps ago. And he's leading a lot of laps now, so he's making his case to be a regular season champion right now because Steven is in third, but I mean, I don't know. It's the way that the cars fold, I mean, or the deck falls, because and Thundermouse is falling to that second pack. He might be saving gas. I don't know. And here is the battle for the lead. Here comes JBL on the outside, the RFK Ford. Tries to get a push from his teammate Steven. There he goes. And this is the battle we're looking out for right now in terms of the chase, because Steven, oh, there's contact. You're 3 wide. 3 wide on the outside. Steven takes the advantage. He leaves his own teammate out, and he's on the outside. He uses Pokemon as a pick, and he will lead a lap. So this is the battle for the regular season championship right now with him and T-Bone, the 99 on the inside. The second package just ran their fastest laps of the race, so they are trying to go full throttle right now just to catch these guys. And they better hope that these guys stay racing. Oh, Randy got a little squirrely out of groove right now. Steven still in the lead right now with 32 laps to go. Pokemon on the outside. So if these guys keep racing, hopefully these guys can catch back up. But with what their strategy was, they were losing some time to the leaders because they were going full throttle, and I don't think they were saving gas. And here they come. I think they're going into pits now. Yes, they are. Just as I predicted, they were just racking up, just trying to get back out up close to the front of the field, and they were shredding their fuel consumption. Steven is the leader right now with T-Bone in second, Isaiah third, Randy fourth, JBL fifth, and we have a 6-car pack basically. Technically a 7-car pack because there are several lap down cars. Steven leading laps. This is good for his bid to become the regular season champion and be the #1 seed heading into the playoffs. Steven's still your leader here, as that back half of the pack just completed their service on pit stops. It's going to be interesting to see what they do to get back that ground, get that gap closer, because they used a lot of their fuel that last one just to get back up into the pack and get close. Steven on the outside, T-Bone takes the lead on the backstretch. There's 6-car pack still in the front with 2 lap down cars on the tail end of that pack. Thundermouse has lost the draft, and he might be saving fuel. I don't know. He's doing a very interesting strategy right now. And here is your... And the interesting thing about that, with these 3 drivers right now, they have been the fastest cars on the racetrack, but also their gap is bigger than it was before their first pit stop. I mean, their first pit stop, they were on cue right in front with the leaders basically perfectly. I mean, they were almost a perfect lap down, and these guys, they've slowed down the pace a little bit. T-Bone is still in the lead with Isaiah in second. Here's your 5-car pack. This race looks very similar to the 04 Daytona 500. I mean, Daytona back in the day got very spread out. It was about handling, it was about strategy, and that's the type of racing that you really got. And we've had a 5-car breakaway. Here comes 2 cars into the pits. Randy, Isaiah, and T-Bone will stay out. But these guys, their best bet now is to hope that Steven and JBL have a decently long pit stop so they can catch back up. They might be getting close. I mean, they're on the front stretch and trial at the start-finish line now, and here they come. And I believe they will catch them. I mean, it's going to be very, very close. Here they come. Yeah, they're going to catch them. So that pack that was really wasting a lot of gas, they are going to get a net benefit from this as they get closer to these other cars that were in that lead pack. And they slow way past them, or they blow right by them, because they have to go. Trying to gain that gap as much as possible on these drivers because they are saving gas. And Randy and T-Bone have stayed out. So you have a 6-car pack now. Two leaders still out in front, Randy and T-Bone, as the rest of the field tries to track them down. It's about a 6-car or 7-car pack. These guys are really trying to catch them. And it would be amazing if these guys have a good finish, because as you remember in the beginning of the race, Alex and Bubba really got pushed out of the front, or out of the front of the field. They got all the way shifted to the back, and now they are in the top 3 and top 4. So it'll be amazing if these guys can really do something right here. These guys are saving gas. They're trying to go for a different strategy. T-Bone will finally come into the pits as Randy is out on the track right by himself with no draft, so that's going to be a huge benefit to these guys. And Pokemon and Isaiah have lost that draft, so that might affect the effectiveness of these guys to catch back up. And man, this race has flown really by. This is one of the fastest races I've seen so far. We only have 20 laps left remaining in this race in the regular season finale at Daytona. And Randy is still your leader, but Alex is trying to chase him on an alternate strategy. Bubba takes a peek on the outside, but these guys will just stay in line, just trying to work together. Husky right now is he needs a caution as much as possible, because this is not going to be good for his playoff chances. Alex is in P2 while Husky's in P10 right now. Husky has led a lap, but that's not going to be enough right now, because Alex will have a 9 or 7 point advantage on him. Randy is still not pitted yet. Randy is pitted. And now Alex will retake the lead. But those guys, I mean, these guys are racing for something now. I mean, because Randy is pitted, but that'll probably be his last pit stop of the race. So these guys probably have to build as much of a lead as possible because they have to pit for one final time within these last 15 laps. And Alex will lead a couple of laps, which is unimaginable given the start that he had at the beginning of this race. He was all the way in the back, and now he's caught up in a 5-car breakaway from the rest of the field. Everybody's still in a single file line. Shredding a lap down gets out of the way of everybody. You have Husky falling a lap down right in front of the man that he needs to beat to get into the playoffs. We have 13 laps to go. A reminder, these guys, they have to pit one more time. And they go to the outside, try to avoid Husky. And it's a huge pack now. If I was these guys, I would tell everybody, hey, we just stay in this pack. Just stay in this pack because we have the numbers. We can possibly, if these guys, they go into the pits, we can possibly catch it back up to them. Here comes Bubba to the outside. They're getting really racy now. He's got 12 laps to go. But you have an 8-car pack. But these guys, like I said, they're going to pit, and what is it? It's only 3 cars that pit. I mean, if I was those guys, I would have just stayed with those lead pack cars because you got to think of numbers now. I mean, these guys are going to fall. I mean, you got a bunch of lap down cars that are off strategy, and you have these guys that are probably going to go an extra lap, and I mean, they're just going to work together, and I don't think they'll be able to catch up to T-Bone and Randy once they cycle back out on pit road. Let's see what the gap is once they do get done out pit road. Here you see, yeah. And he took a lot of fuel. That is Alex. And that gap is not as big as I thought it would be. So you see Bubba shack it with Randy and Thunder. They blow right past him, but I don't think that's going to be a good move because they're all separated. And a lot of those drivers did not come down the pit, so I think those guys are pretty much done. I mean, you have these 2 guys right up here. Steven leads with 12 or 11 laps to go, but they're going to have to make one more pit stop. And I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I mean, we're looking at this gap. I mean, T-Bone, I mean, he's about, I mean, Stevens in turn 3. I mean, he's just going to have to hope. I mean, Stevens just going to have a really fast pit stop just to fight off T-Bone. I mean, will he stay out another lap? Yes, he will. I mean, I would think, hey, just stay. Right now, just go in the pits. That's my opinion. Just go in the pits, because the longer you stay out, the fewer laps you have left to possibly catch up to these guys, because they already have you beat on fuel. And they will stay out another lap, but they got 3 lap down cars around them. They're not going to go with them. He stays out another lap. He's coming out of turn 4. Will they pit this time? They will. But let's look at that gap. I mean, this is going to be the race right here. Yeah, Thundermouse and T-Bone. I mean, I don't know what Thundermouse's strategy is right now. I think he has to pit. Yeah, he will. I mean, these guys are filling out. They're coming out of pits now, but I think they're going to blow past them, these 2 guys. I mean, it's going to be close. This is the race. They're coming out on the track. Oh, man, they almost ran into the leaders. I mean, honestly, that's your best bet. You want to separate those guys as much as possible, and they are going to fall off. And here are the 2 other drivers. You got Bubba and Shackett. With no Alex in sight, he is falling all the way back to 7th. He was the leader on that last run. But these guys have caught each other back up very quickly. And Steven and JBL are separated. So that is what they want to see. I mean, it is 7 laps to go at the line. So it's going to be a battle between these 2. I don't think they're going to catch up at all. And you see, that's the rest of the field right there. I mean, it's just 6 cars fighting for a win at Daytona. I mean, I don't think these guys are going to wreck. So it's just going to be between these 2 drivers, the top 2 dominant drivers of the day, in a very unorthodox type race where it was hardly, I mean, there was pack racing, but strategy and a lot of incidents, small minor incidents, have made it to where this race has gotten really spread out. And we are coming to 6 laps to go at the line. Randy in the lead. Coming to the line. It'll be 5 laps to go, and Randy trying to fight for his 4th win of the season. Very dominant season so far for Randy. He was not able to get a win last season, but he's really popped off at the beginning of this season to get to be in position to get 4 wins. Unfortunately, he missed 1 race, so he's not really in contention for the #1 seed right now. But the more wins he has, the more he's able to cushion that deficit of not making that race. Because if he gets 4 wins, that's 4 extra points towards your regular season standing final, and that applies to your seeding. So it's just going to be a race between. You can arguably say the 2 dominant drivers of the season so far. Steven has been the #1 seed so far pretty much the whole season, but he will not be in this battle. But you have the 3rd and 4th place driver in points right now, fighting for a win at Daytona after a very strange set of events that have pretty much separated the whole field. It's a 6-car race, and they are all spread out with no chance of anybody catching anybody else. And this is kind of why I was suggesting that, these 2 4s right here, I believe they should have just pitted with the rest of these guys. Because you have a scenario right now where the longer you stayed out, the less laps you were going to have to possibly catch these guys down. Their only defense from getting past was nearly LePage in the field. That could have been a smart idea, but unfortunately it didn't work out for them, as those 2 drivers that have been leading this whole race found each other, and they pretty much tandem away from everybody else. I do see these drivers right now, they are catching back up. That is Bubba and Shackett to the 3rd and 4th place drivers. So that will be, if Steven gets past, the #1 seed will go to T-Bone. If Steven does not get past, Steven will probably keep on to the #1 seed. He does have that better average finish of the season. But if T-Bone wins this race, it will be a tie, and Steven will have the better average finish, and he will be the #1 seed. So T-Bone hopes that these guys start racing the back. Bubba and him are catching. They are catching real fast. Really fast. They are hauling. Bubba trying to get his first top 3 finish of the season. It's 2 laps to go, and these 2 drivers have really separated themselves from the rest of the field. These guys, they're the fastest drivers on track, but it's going to be too little too late. And Randy, T-Bone on the outside. He wants to make the move now. He does not want to wait till the final lap. He's on the outside. They might be side by side. This package does give you the opportunity to make moves and slingshot. Here he goes on the outside. T-Bone, he will make the pass. And there is passing right behind him. Bubba trying to pass the RFK trio back there, but they're going to be racing now. Let's focus back up on the front. Here comes Randy on the outside with an attempt at a slingshot. They are side by side. The 2 top most runningest drivers in the race so far, fighting for another career win at Daytona in the regular season finale. Randy did not have the momentum there. He gets back on the inside, tries to slingshot again. He's probably going to do it coming out of turn 4. The package really does help you. It's possible. It's not out of the question. These guys are 3 wide racing. Oh my goodness. Here comes Randy out of turn 4 on the outside, trying to get side by side with T-Bone. In a race where the whole pack has been separated, 2 drivers fight to the line. T-Bone will get the advantage, and he will add to his win total for the season at 2. And here is the rest of the standings. Bubba got P5, and pretty much the rest of that top 6 stayed the same. Steven will be your regular season champion. Alex and Isaiah. Alex will get P7, and that will clinch his playoff berth, as Husky will be forced out of the playoffs in a very, very weird race at Daytona. And Husky will be out of playoffs, and Thunder Mouse comes to the line P9. And that is the race at Daytona. Our 7 drivers are set for the playoffs. A playoff standings going to the, or regular season standings going to the playoffs after the seeding will be Steven in first, T-Bone second, Randy third, or no, Isaiah in third, Randy in fourth, Joshi/Bubba in fifth, Shackett in sixth, and Alex in P7. That is your playoff standings going to the first playoff race next week at Watkins Glen. I appreciate you guys tuning in for SRL. Until next time, peace.